Alhamdulillah. As-salatu was-salamu ala Rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri, wa yassir li amri, wa ahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Respected brothers, youngsters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alladhina ya'kuluna riba la yaqumuna illa kama yaqumu alladhi yatakhabbathu ash-shaytanu min al-mas. Dhalika biannahum qalu innama al-bay'u mithlu ar-riba wa halala Allahu al-bay'a wa harrama ar-riba. فمن جاءه موعظة من ربه فانتهى فله ما سلف وأمره إلى الله ومن عاد فأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. Suratul. Verse 275 of Suratul Baqara, wherein Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about clearly the consequence of consumption of riba. Allah says, Alladhina ya'kuluna riba, those who consume riba, meaning interest. La yaqumuna illa kama yaqumu alladhi yatakhabbathu ash-shaytanu min al-mas. Does not stand as if a person stands who has been possessed by shaitan, who has been touched by shaitan, and the person turns crazy, and the person turns mad, mental. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَالُوا, the reason is because they say إِنَّمَا الْبَيْعُ مِثْلُ الرِّبَا, because al-bay'u, trade, business, is like riba, interest. وَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَا. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has permitted business, profit, and He has prohibited riba, interest. فَمَنْ جَاءَهُ مَوْعِظَةٌ مِّن رَبِّهِ, whoever has got an admonition from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he received it, فَانْتَهَا, then he stopped it, فَلَهُ مَا سَلَفَ, he might be forgiven. What he has done in the past might be overlooked. وَأَمْرُهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ, however, his action, his affair, is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَنْ عَادَ, and whoever turns away from the admonition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the prohibitions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the instructions, guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَأُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ, they are the dwellers of hell, wherever they will be living forever. This is the plain translation of this verse. Inshallah, I will try to highlight some points from this verse. Like I said before, that it is quite difficult. Only one verse suffices us to give a clear guidance, vivid guidance towards right path, without stopping. This is such a crucial point in our society. Interest. What is riba? The question comes, what is riba? Interest. The Arabic word riba meaning something that increases, something that adds to the original point in the principle. This is called riba. So it doesn't necessarily mean that riba, which interest is interest, riba could be meaning something else. That's why Allah says in another verse, the verse coming, 276, يَمْحَقُ اللَّهُ الرِّبَا وَيُرْبِي الصَّدَقَةِ. Allah destroys interest. Yurbi, look at the word. Yurbi means riba, it again yurbi, increases. Both the riba, which I said interest, and yurbi is from the main source, the root word. Both of them is similar. وَاللَّهُ لَا يُحِبُّ كُلَّ Kafar Nathim. Allah does not like those who are disbelievers, those who are sinners. Now let me give you an example, then you will be able to understand better about riba. You lend some money to your friends, okay? Your friends borrow some money from you, £100 for example, and then you said, once you come back to me after 3 months, you have to return me with £10 added to the principal amount, which is £100. That means when you're going to give me back the money, it will be £110. This extra £10 added to the principal amount is called riba. Now let's go to other type of things, currency that we exchange. During the time of Rasulullah, they would usually do transactions, not just for money, currencies. They do transactions through different types of commodities, products. So for example, Rasulullah said that if you do transactions for a 1 kg of dates, bad dates, because you need the dates, you need to live. To live on, you ask your friend to, can you lend me some dates? The friend said, yeah, I'm going to lend you dates when you will be harvesting dates from your palm and from your garden, date gardens, then you will have to give me back better one, or maybe 2 kilos. So this is extra amount is riba. Now come to other side of riba. Understanding is very important. Now you bought, for example, a laptop for £500. Yeah. After using a couple of months, you think that, oh, let me sell it out to Shadid. He's my best friend. Then he said, Shadid, okay, I'm going to sell it out, but look, I'm going to charge you £550. This extra £550 is not riba. This is profit. Now you might ask the question, what's the difference? This is where the kuffar, they were confused. Not just confused, they did actually purposefully. You'll be able to understand, inshallah, so when we go forward with the discussion. Similar type of things when you make transactions up and you add it to that is riba. So when you exchange between currency, money and product, it's not riba. And definitely you must have a intention of business, making money, profit. That's what Allah says, Allah has permitted, allowed business, riba, Allah has prohibited riba. Look at the bad impact of riba in the society. So horrible the impact of riba in the society, you'll just be overwhelmed. People get overwhelmed on a daily basis, thinking about riba. And Allah says, the parable Allah is given here, الَّذِينَ يَأْكُلُونَ الرِّبَا لَا يَقُومُونَ إِلَّا كَمَا يَقُومُ الَّذِي يَرْخَبَتُهُ الشَّيْطَانُ مِنَ الْمَسِّ. The person who is consumed riba, the example of the person who accept not like the person, meaning exactly like the person who cannot stand because he's been touched by shaitan. So if someone is possessed by shaitan, what happens to the guy? The guy is possessed by jinn, he gets like this, like a drunk. Yeah? And he keeps praising, he keeps waffling. Yeah? Maybe, see someone else, Raihano, whereby he's going to punch him. Because he doesn't have any sense. Shaitan, when touches it, a person gets like that. So a person consumes riba, exactly overwhelmed. What's the reason? What is the reason why Allah is giving this parable? The reason is the effect of riba is such that, the addiction of riba is such that, if you give counseling a person who is addicted to alcohol, if you give counseling to a person who is addicted to something else, you might help him get rid of that addiction. But a person who is addicted to riba, do business, go and try, you won't be able to do that. You can't do that. Such an addiction. The reason is, you earn money on the daily basis. Overnight it's possible for you to be rich. To make mountains of wealth overnight is possible through riba. And what happens to the people who are indebted? Look at what happens to the people who are indebted by riba. Go to Google and search it. How many people, 23%, a quarter of people commit suicide on the daily basis because of debt? Research reveals it. The Guardian in its 2018 of 3rd December it says that they had a survey. They said 100,000 people tried to commit suicide because of debt in the UK alone in just 1 year. Can you imagine 100,000 people? We don't see that. We don't get bothered by what people are doing or not until we're going to see, we're going to watch TV, we're going to search and we're going to browse. This is the effect of riba. This is the effect of riba. Do you know how many people go to the grave underground after their death? They're buried with humongous amount of riba. Humongous amount of debt. It makes people overwhelmed. The people who are dealing with it, they love it. Now, the second point what comes is, this is why when they get to, that's why when they say, riba, definitely trading or business is like riba. Because we are giving money and getting more money, and we are selling things, products, and getting more money. What's the difference? The reason why we build up, through my research, come up 3 points. Number one is an ego, egotism. Egotistic feeling of them that, why should I listen to the Quran? Whether it's good or bad, they don't care. They feel like, getting humiliated when they listen to the Quran. Some people will say the peer pressure in the society. They feel like that. So this is one of the reasons people, if you say that, the best can be given this example. And the least and the worst examples can be given, causes can be given is that, secondly, if they accept what the Quran says and give up consuming riba, what they built up so far, the mountains of wealth, the palaces, the castles, all will be collapsed. All will be collapsed. This is the second reason for not accepting what Allah says, and they keep saying that. People still say, it's 1400 years ago it revealed. Same thing, go and talk to people. So what is the difference? What is the difference? Do you get my point? The difference, number one, is, remember, brothers, number one is you listen to the command of Allah, follow the rules of Islam. Follow the principle of Sharia. This is number one. You see, halal animal, yeah? You don't slaughter in the name of Allah because what? Haram. Some people say, they're going to eat from the back, turning their head towards on the other way. They're eating like that. They keep saying like the people. I don't know if you've heard these things. Riba, they eat. You eating that this way and they're eating that way. The banks, Islamic Bank, who are trying to get rid of riba, Islamic finance, they keep saying like that. But yes, you say you picked an animal like cow and you didn't slaughter in the name of Allah, you eat it, it's haram. But you said Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, it's halal. Because follow the rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Exactly, it's point number one. Number two is, this is what I said. And thirdly, what comes, interest adds to interest is compound interest. Perhaps you've done some maths. Year 9, 10, and onwards, compound interest. Yeah? It's added to the interest and gets principal, 110 pounds last year. Now you calculate on 110 pounds for next year. And the next year, 100, you add it to that. Now 120 pounds, for example. You calculate on 120 pounds. What's going to happen to you then? You end up with loans. You don't have any single penny to take to cover. Penniless, you're living this world. You try to be a rich man. Now, what these people think, this is the reason Rasulullah said in a beautiful hadith. I'm coming to the end of Dars. One Jabir radiallahu anhu qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, la'ana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam atilar riba. Rasulullah called the person who consumes riba, Rasulullah called him. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam called him, can you imagine? Who raises his hand, Allah, 110% sure Allah is going to accept his dua. Who calls us? Before he opens his lips, Allah accepts, Allah puts ghadab on the person, on the home. This is Rasulullah. He says Rasulullah calls us, La'ana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Akila riba. Wa muakilahu. And the person who gives the riba, pays the riba, that person is called. Wa katibahu wa shahidai. And the person who writes for the riba is also caused. Wa shahidai, the two people. One is writing, one is eating, one is taking riba. Both, Rasulullah said, both who have witnessed, they are caused. Hum sawa'un, all are similar, same. Rasulullah said, Muslims, Imam Muslim reported this hadith. The last thing, the lesson we have learned from the dars today, number one, interest is a tool of oppression. Zulm. This is why this society, you see, people, every single person dies with the burden of riba, with the burden of debt. They can't sleep because of debt. So we must give up. Number two, consuming interest is a major sin of the kabair. Remember, one of the kabair is riba, interest. Number three, treating it like a profit is a kufr. Because the kuffar, they will treat it like that. And you are disobeying Allah's command. Ash-shaytanu rabbihi kafura. This shaitan was the first kafir, first disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.